All right, so I got a few things to say, but right now I just got to point out that I am extremely sick. Kind of, not really. I am actually. Like I felt sick all day yesterday. I'm feeling terrible today. I have a half a jar of milk and cream of chicken bowl next to me. Um, I was hooked up to an IV for about 2.5 hours yesterday. It was terrible. But there was something I really wanted to hop on. I wanted to check out this. This is my take on the YouTube drama that's going on. So the drama that's going on involves this man called Quantum TV, this man called the Act Man, and this guy right here, known as Mischief. So if we go back all the way back to Quantum TV, he is a he's an electronic. He was about 2 weeks ago an electronic reviewer. He always reviewed electronics, what he'd request for these, and just that's what he did. He had his own how he did things. See right here, this is like how he always saw it, what he recommends, what he doesn't recommend. A decent channel, all right. But until a couple weeks ago, he made I don't know if he still had it up here, but he made a video on how much he hates Elden Ring. Elden Ring uh, is a relatively new game. It's like kind of like a Dark Souls type of game. He stated how much he hated it and how much he hated the community that plays it. He says that the community that plays it is the most toxic community in the world, which I don't agree with. I know plenty of people who play this game. They're really nice people, but he took this thing way over, and like this is what happened. Quantum TV, he said something about Elden Ring players, and he said how much he hated them. This man right here, Mischief, he responded to that. He responded to it, saying just like, oh wow, we don't really care. Your opinion doesn't matter, which basically nobody really asked for Quantum TV's opinion on how anything is. But he stated that he stated it. You can obviously see how he said what he said right here, and it just he just says like this is why you're wrong. Blah blah blah. Regular things. Now what Quantum TV did. Sorry, he got really mad over this. Like he got extremely mad, and he threatened to sue Mischief. Right? Oh no, he didn't threaten to sue Mischief, but he kept saying like, "Hey, like this 16-year-old." He really wanted everyone to know that this guy was 16 years old. I'm 15, almost 16, turning 16 in a few few
Today we're going to
months.
kick
Shut
things
up.
off using Cinema User.
Don't care. Anyway, he was like he just kept saying like this 16-year-old kid did this, this 16-year-old kid did that. He started every sentence just like saying like he was a 16-year-old kid. He was really focused on him being 16 years old, which is kind of weird, seeing as this man's a fully grown adult and this kid's 16. But he said a lot of weird things in that video. He said like this 16-year-old kid really wants to write him like for doing this stuff, he doing this and that. He just said a bunch of random things. Now this man, the Act Man, he got himself involved. He saw the drama that was going on in between these two, and he's decided, like any other YouTuber, they like, oh, maybe I could get some views out of this. That's why I'm doing this video, and just like, oh, like, hey, maybe I could do this. But when he gets on and he starts like making his own comments about it, using his own humor in a way, Quantum TV threatened to sue the Act Man. Now, what the Act Man did when he made a video, Quantum TV copyrighted him. He copyrighted stating that he owns the name Quantum TV, he owns all this, he owns all of that. And basically what happened is that he abused the copyright system. You can copyright somebody. It's all fair use. If someone states your name and slanders you publicly, you can copyright them, get their video taken down. Now, what this guy did, he just hopped on a trend. He at the time was the biggest YouTuber stating his name. So that's why he obviously went after this, after the Act Man. Now, a bunch of drama was happening. That the Act Man appealed the copyright. He got the appeal, and then Quantum TV copyrighted it again. He's abusing the system, and like real right here you can just see that copyright abuse on YouTube featuring Quantum TV. I watched this video, a little bit of it. He basically states some things. Now, Quantum TV, he flipped out. He flipped out on this man, and he said some pretty mean things. Now, I don't mean like Donald Trump mean, making fun of you a little bit, just like saying poking jokes at you. I mean like mean to the point where he threatens people. He threatens people. He states lies. Now, this all leads to a Discord post that he deleted, that Quantum TV deleted, but the Hackman put it up on his Twitter. Now I'm going to show you this, but there is something that sensitive topics that are going to be said. It involves the LGBTQ community. Now, in my opinion, I don't care. I don't care who you like. I don't care what you do with your life. You ain't hurting anybody. Just don't shove it down my throat. That's really all I care. But he also states that anybody who doesn't support him in copywriting and abusing the copyright system pretty much uh, are all Satan worshippers. They all should burn in he double hockey sticks. They should just go. They shouldn't exist anymore. Now this is basically what he's got. This is what he's got to say on it. He says, "I just want to thank everybody for sticking with me. It's obvious that most of these other reviewers, like Stop the FOMO, Digital Trends, and HDTV Test, are just Satanists in disguise. Every time I've seen one of their videos, you can tell they are trying to brainwash the masses into their gay, liberal, satanic, atheist agenda. Now, I am myself. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in God. I'm a hardcore believer. But the main thing that drew me into the story is what he said about people. Now, he stating the things that he says right here. If you want to read it, pause the video. There you go. There's your read. But he says things in this that aren't right. I mean, some things in some opinions, including mine, like it's really hard to say this stuff because I'm on YouTube and I'm in front of an audience. But he just said things that shouldn't be said out in public. Now, I'm I'm trying not to state any of my own personal opinions because that could get me in trouble. But you just don't say some of the things that he said, and he said that publicly, and it's getting him in trouble. Now, for a Christian myself, the things you say isn't right. You like using cuss words, like the way that he's using them, saying that you should die. That's not what a Christian would do. That's not someone who's right with God. That's not somebody who says the things that they do, and it's not right. And I'm here to state that. And I don't want to get no further down in detail because I don't want to get in trouble for it, and I don't want anybody else to get in trouble for it. But he shouldn't have said some things. And this all started over one simple video that Mischief made. Now, this is YouTube. YouTube is a platform that is free use for all. You can basically do whatever you want with it. If you have an opinion, state your freaking opinion and just get over with it. If someone states your opinion about you, wow. Hold on. Oh, wow. If someone has an opinion on you, take it like a champ and ignore it. Quantum TV, I gotta say this. When this kid right here, when he made this video about you, you didn't have to make it to the point where it's at. You started it. You made it to this point where it's at. And you saying that you should burn and you should go to a terrible place if they don't support you and over just a simple copyright, you should be ashamed. That's not right. It's just not right. You don't do that. And that's really just my take on it. I if I will develop more on what I know about the story. But more comes out, I will tell you. I'll maybe make a video on it. Just tell me in the comments. Leave a like. Tell me a comment if you want me to. And that's really it. Don't Please don't forget the name, kids.